Tell me, is it whack up in the air? Rapping scattered off the gear. I can map him, get it, yeah. It's like a tracker, get distracted, send him back like in the mail. Not a fraction of them real. Catch him lacking, run the drill. Running through the shit like a motherfucking day.
Welcome back to another episode, guys. Hope everyone had a really good day today. Basically, on this episode, what I'm going to try and achieve is get this S13 100% ready for Friday night, which is going to be Zach Bordy. He's going to reach 30k subscribers and he's going to do a special video for it. And he asked if he could drive the S13 LS1 around QR. And I was like, it's pretty hectic for me because I haven't really let anyone drive my cars ever. So yeah, other than Zara obviously, but we're married, so it doesn't matter if anything happens. But yeah, pretty, yeah, it took me a while to say yes. I thought about it for a long time, but yeah, he's all good. It's at QR, so there's nothing really bad that can go happen. If the engine blows, that's fine, we'll just put another one in, or an RB. You know what I mean. But anyway, so on this episode, I'm going to try and get it ready. I'm going to be doing the door. So if you've noticed on a few episodes at morning session and things like that, this window doesn't actually go down. And the other window, the driver's side window, it does go down, but it's hooked up with like, it's not hooked up. Like there's just wires that you connect to a battery and then you can manually put the window down with that. So that's quite shit. Like, it's shit. So I might put a switch in there and actually wire it in properly so you can actually use it, which would be nice. And then also I've got these coloured car chassis lamp to go on a Porsche, and boom, there you go, straight from eBay. It's hard to beat eBay quality, really. Like, they are usually the best on the market always, and these do look definitely good. So these are actually weatherproof ones, not like the 180 ones, but be interesting to see how they go. It's a much better design. They've got the cable all in one circular cable, so that'll be good. On the 180 I just bought like a bunch of strips of wire. I'll show you, actually, it's right here. I just bought like a whole bunch of rolls of wire and ran RGB 4 wires under the car and like zip tied it, and it's alright, but when you drift it just rips out. Anyway, so there's the LED underglow to go on here because we need pink. We need all the pink. And just the door, I do have a taco that I have to put in at some stage, but not really a priority. And then also the wheels, I want to spray the rest of the skidders up there. I want to spray them all pink so that it doesn't matter what wheels I have on, they all look fluoro pink, because, you know, pink's pretty cool. But yeah, let's get into it. So this is a door I got second hand off a mate for a bloody ripper of a deal. And basically your window, it sits inside the door on this like slider rail, and I've never done this before, so I've seen it outside of the car and I can see bits of it like in here. So hopefully I just undo a couple of bolts, it looks pretty fiddly, and take it out. And I want to keep the window that's on this car because it's got the mirror tin on it and it's like hella baller. So I want to keep that window, so that might be a little challenge, but I'm gonna start cracking on with it, and hopefully at the end we'll have happy passengers that can put their window down, because it does get bloody hot in here. First thing is to take off the door card, which is easy. I've done that a million times. Just quickly before I get stuck into the mods, big changes around here. Jacob's taken all his gear and headed up to his dad's place. He's going to work on it up there. It was just getting a bit crazy in here, like we had shit everywhere, and yeah, so it's going to work out better that way. And so now I've got heaps of space. I've got shitloads of space. I've got another whole bay here that I could fit another race car in, and then I've got space out here. I'm going to build a carport in here so that you can reverse cars in how that one is done. You probably fit about 4 or 5 cars just here. And then massive plans for the backyard here. Haven't really gone into detail about this, but right there is going to be a huge ass shed, and it's going to be nuts. But it's in the works. I'm getting permits, and then I've got to get an excavator back out here and do some more digging and things. But yeah, that's going to be wild. And then this whole area here is going to be asphalt at some stage. It's just super expensive to do asphalt, so I don't know when, but it's going to be asphalt here. And it's going to be like a little skid pad, a wet skid pen. So that's fucking cool. But yeah, other than that, this hoist is going to get done very shortly, and then the 32 is going to get worked on. Got a couple more events to do first that I'm super pumped for, and then we'll get into the 32. Yeehaw! So I was just thinking I might start with the spare door, just so, yeah, I don't break anything. Even though that one's actually broken, but still. I'm going to start with this one on the ground. I can see a few bolts here and at the top there. So I'm guessing I'll start with them and then see what moves and what doesn't move, and we'll go from there. So I've been playing around for a little bit, and I figured out I'm going to take the glass off the regulator, and then hopefully I can fit it out, because it wouldn't fit out together. So I've unbolted it. Let's see if it slides out. Looks like there's like a bump stop there. I'll just undo that and it should be good. Hey! Here's a window. That's a dirty ass window, but there's a stock S13 window. If anyone wants to buy that, let me know. And there's a regulator. Ooh. Nice. So hopefully this one works. I haven't even tested it, but surely it's gonna work. It's pretty basic, just a motor that spins a cog on a cable and pulls your window up and down, easy as. Heaps better than the old windies. Alright, let's get the other gear out of the broken door, swap this one in and put the new glass back in. I'm glad I started with the other one, because this one might be a little bit more of a challenge. The window's in the up position, it's stuck there. If I put power onto the wires, it just doesn't do a single thing. So I'm gonna see if I can spin this manually and wind it down, because the 2 screws, or the 4 screws I need to get to, are like way up here at the moment. So if I can bring it down, that'll bring it down so I can get to them. It'll be a lot easier. Fingers crossed that works. That actually worked bloody perfectly. So I just loosened off the 2 screws, and then the cog moved back, and this one just free spun and it dropped down a bit, which is wicked, because now I can get to these screws easy as piss. Yeah, boy, I love it when a plan comes together. If you're new to working on cars or haven't really seen this before, these little impact drivers with your little 1/4-inch adapter on it, one of these, and then you can use your sockets, automatic, is literally like pulling apart cars. This thing is a beast. Like, you can almost get to like most spots with it. It's freaking awesome. I'm gonna have to hold the window, otherwise it's gonna fall down. And that would not be ideal. Oh no, just can't fall down. Alright, this is the window out, and I have a feeling that's going to be a lot harder to put back in. Window's out. Check out the reflectiveness on that. It's like a bloody satellite dish. Pretty cool. But yeah, it gives it like that cool shiny effect on the window, like chrome effect. It's pretty cool. It used to be really popular. They're not so popular these days, but I don't know why you wouldn't do that, because it's freaking sick. And also, one other cool thing I just noticed is in the doors, someone's like welded in some like bracing with some wild ass looking welding. And then, yeah, so that'll strengthen up the doors heaps. And that's a bar that runs all the way through there. Just like a roll cage, mate. It'll be a lot tougher, which is cool. It's cool to find stuff like that. Alrighty, let's get the regulator out and then the new one in. It's gonna be tricky, I know. Alright, so it wasn't actually too bad. The window kind of just fell in there. It was a little bit fiddly, but nothing like crazy. It looks hard as fuck, but it's actually not that bad. So I've dropped the window in and the new regulator, so they're all bolted up. Now's the moment of truth to see if the motor works, and hopefully I can lift it up enough so I can get these bump stops in. So there's like this stopper, so that goes in there somehow. Don't know how yet, but it kind of just fell out when I was undoing it. It just fell down, so I got to figure those two out. There's one there and one there, and that'll tell the window, the motor, when to stop when it gets all the way to the top. But yeah, hopefully I can sort that out. But here's the moment of truth. Let's hook it up to the battery and see if the bloody window will go up or not. So this is how I do it dodgily at the moment. Got two spades on here, and then you just whack it on your terminals. Oh, and she works! Alright, so that's about the height where I can get to. Oh shit. That's a tad too high. So I got it pretty much where it needs to be, height wise, I'm pretty sure. I think that's about right. I might have to lift this side up a little bit. But yeah, so I'm now going to try and install these bump stops, which is going to be fiddly as. Let's do that. Alright, got the two little stops in there, and basically the window slides up and hits the bump stop and then knows when the height is reached. So it is all working now. Let's battery test it again, and now she's sitting perfectly. So I'll show you quickly. Boom! And that's a job fixed. Happy passengers. Whoever's been passenger before, I bet you're sitting there thinking, you little ripper. Down. Job done. Alright, so the door is done. Tick that off the list. Ka-ching! So I've had overheating problems with this as well, and not so much at QR, but more so at Archerfield, because it's a short track, so you go around fanging and then you're sitting in line for a little bit and then you get your heat soak and it sucks. So I'm going to try and do something about it. I've got these thermo fans here that came off the R32, no doubt eBay spec, but I'm going to see how they go anyway. The shroud looks like it may fit on the back of there, and I'm going to try and fit the shroud on there and then take that massive thermo off there and put it on the front. So I have 3 fans. And hopefully that doesn't drain the battery too much, but it shouldn't. It should be fine. So I'm going to run the 3 fans and just see if it's any better, until just temporarily, because I'm going to get like a decent setup. I want to get like a good radiator, because I think that one's shit house, and a decent fan, and it'll be heaps better. But because it's a V8, it does get quite warm. They are meant to run hot though, but it's just when you sit in the line and it's creeping, and then that ticking noise comes back again. So I want to keep the temps down as much as possible. But what I'm going to do next is get it on the hoist, and the easiest way to do that, because it's super bloody low, is take the side skirts off, roll it back into the middle, jack up the back, jack up the front, whack the arms underneath, and then lift her up. And we're going to do thermo fans and also the LED underglow, hopefully. Rightio, S13 is up in the air, and I've just been having a look underneath where we're going to mount to the LEDs, and basically the side skirts come to about here. They're not on there at the moment because they hit the arms on the hoist, but the LEDs, I'm pretty sure I can stick them on here and it will work out pretty good, because if I stick them onto the actual side skirt, every time I need to take them off, I'll need to cut the wires or put a plug on there or whatever. So if I just do it straight to the body, out of the way, then it should work out pretty good and should still get enough glow to come down on the floor for max effect. And then across the front here, I'll just run it across this bar here somewhere, but it doesn't have to be like really extreme or whatever. Far out, that's been rubbing on there pretty hardcore. Shit, eh? Nice. Just polishing her up. I noticed I've got an oil leak under here that's coming from up at the engine somewhere, and an oil leak on my diff from my special, what do you call it? My special install on the diff. And yeah, other than that, I'm gonna call it a night for a bit. This power steering's leaking like a bitch as well. Fucking power steering just leaks all the time. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a night here. I'm gonna go up to the house, gotta do some things, and then come back tomorrow, finish this off. Got a couple of days, and then be going to Friday night drift. Also, on Thursday, I may or may not be taking the 180 out to another circuit event, because that was a heap of fun, and I didn't know this event was on. Marcus sent me a link, and I was like, oh shit. So, might go to that. I'm definitely heavily considering it, because the 180 is ready to go. Just got to load it up and shoot up there. And it's on a Thursday night, so it's going to start like at 7 PM or something. It'll be a late one. Friday's going to suck, but could be really good, so I might actually do that. I've talked myself into it. I'm going to do it. So, yeah, I'll see you on tomorrow for the rest of this video.